Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, our people. Welcome to the program. We are very happy to have you here today.
Yep.
Today is February the 8th of 2025. We're here to do what we do best as mothers, as sisters, as aunts, as cousins, whatever that you see us as. We are here for you to live life and live life abundantly.
Amen, sister.
Not mean we no longer want our people just to survive. We want you to thrive. We want you to
Yep.
thrive. That's what our Chukwu Okike, the God of our ancestors, that's what he had in mind in the first place. He
Yes.
loved us so much that he put us in a choice properties, choice real estate, where we have all the resources, all the minerals. Our land is a place where you can eat mango, throw it across the sun, intentionally throw it somewhere, and it will grow and bear fruits. It
Yes.
doesn't happen here in America.
Mm-mm.
If you want to plant, you have to go and meet Ndewa. Eh? They will tell
Collect
you to
permission.
begin to look for the female plant that will fertilize the male. It's some crazy stuff like
So
that.
complicated.
So complicated. So complicated because they've turned everything into GMO.
Yes.
Yet in the land of my ancestors, that's why we're talking about my ancestors all the time. In
Yes.
the land of my ancestors, all I have to do is to eat fruit, flip it to the backyard,
Mm.
and I will get plenty boku boku plants or fruits.
Yes.
So please do not minimize who you are. Do not minimize your land. Do not minimize the resources that our good Father has set before us. What we need to do is disarm the enemies, stealing our resources and making us feel like our land is a land where we have to run from. I don't want to get too excited. My name is Monachim Saga. As you can see, he's always with me.
Yep.
And we are here to discuss even further. Please join us, help us to share, like, subscribe, all the nice things that you need to do to get this message across. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. My name is Ekwi, and I live in Lexington. We can see people already joining. Thank you. We'll give a few minutes for our people to join. This work is we. The work is working. And you are part of the people making it to happen. We are here because you are there. So we appreciate you. Through the week, we see you sharing, subscribing, and then we see people having meetings, talking to others, trying to correct notions, trying to apologize for the mistakes they made. So please bring it coming. Let it keep coming because we need all that. We'll just play our music while we still wait for some of our brothers and sisters coming to join us. We'll call your name. Remember, this is an interactive session where the comments. If you want to make a call, we also post our link, StreamYard, a link. If you have the boldness and you want to come in and show your face and say what you want to say, and then it will read your comments. We also, the ones I said during the week, we also read them. Thank you.
Thank you. Continue to help us to share and listen to our wonderful music while we share. All right. Thank you so much for listening in. I did good this week or today. Last week, that music had me going like, what am I supposed to be doing? So I'm getting it. My brain is concentrating. So continue to help us to share and like and subscribe. Get other people involved because the show is quite loaded today for what we want to discuss. So we are definitely happy to have you. I am going to start off by reading our intro for the week, which we send out throughout the week. So we typically send out the promo on Thursday, Friday, to get our people's mind to where it needs to be, because you can see these people don't want you to be interested in the thing that will lead to your liberation. They will streamline you, put algorithm where you'll be watching funny things. Your country is burning. People cannot find food to eat, and people are giggling and laughing and playing jokes and thinking adults are supposed to be solving problems. They're there giggling and laughing. Everything funny is happening to them. Our people will even run to, they will see an African or someone with an African name, they will become the mayor of Dallas. They are clapping. Oh, Chukwuma is the mayor, brother. Chukwuma is not there for you. Chukwuma is there for the people of Dallas, and it doesn't include you. Let's be focused on what we need to do to get to our liberation, our self-determination, so that you won't be so proud of someone in another place because you're stuck somewhere that is not moving forward. So you think now Chuma is in Dallas, Chuma is the mayor. You think you're part of it. No, you're not. You're not. Chuma doesn't even say his name correctly. Chuma. He's not you. So let's focus on what we need to do to move forward. The template is there for you. Nina's template is there for you, the adults. I call you guys all the time because you all are the one that went into the bedroom and created all these people that we call children. So you're responsible to leave the world better than you saw it. Because right now where we are not. We are not doing that part. We are not leaving the world better than we saw it. We have to do better. And there's something for you to use. That's the good thing about this. It's not like us when we started, we didn't see anything. We are just, canvassing, looking everywhere to find help. There is help on the table for our people. My sister, my brother, you need to go and look. Take a look. If you are not a reader, there are videos, plenty of videos, plethora of videos for you to look at. The videos is too much. You want a quick breakdown, call us. Call us for a quick breakdown. There's a role for you to play. Do not be incapacitated. Do not be like, oh, I'm not built for this. I won't know you. Or the English-speaking people have been tricking us with their so-called, oh, I went to Harvard, I'm a professor. They don't know common sense. Our president will say common sense strategies. They don't know common sense. So don't let anyone intimidate you because you're not an oral, or what did they call them? You speak eloquently, people love you. No, they are all criminals. We are looking for people with uche. The people that even think before they speak. That's what we're looking for. People that believe that we are not victims, that we can get out of this. People that believe that the world have not been taken over by the criminals, that there's still a role for the good people to play. All right, back to our topic today, which is the basket of political and religious sins are now on the table for all to see. They are not hiding anywhere. If you begin to ask God questions, the God of our ancestors, he will be throwing things. Talk about algorithm. God will create his own algorithm for you to be getting the information that you need to make sense about things around you, to make sense about things you have questions on. He will make it all make sense. We warned you guys about these church leaders, especially the bedfellows of the politicians. We warned you guys that they were never for you. It's all about their suits, their nganga. How many, I remember telling you guys how this pastor, we are asking to bring money. He bragged to us that he just bought Dallas. He bought a house in Dallas, that all he needs to bless that house is to have a car in his garage. Can you believe? Church, clap your hand. Can you believe? Before he came from Dallas to Houston for the program, a brother called him and said he has a Mercedes for him.
And he's still asking you for more money.
My dear, it's us that were Momuna. They weren't hiding the amount of money they were getting.
No,
this guy, that was the first time I heard about Robert Ora school fees. That's
Ora Robert, yes.
Yes, my dear. He said, yes, my son is in that school. I consistently pay his $60,000 a semester of school fees.
Bring more money. Give me your tithes.
God has done it for you.
I can do more.
On my back. God was doing things for this idiot on my back.
My people are the God doing it. Yeah, you listening to us, watching us. You are the God doing it for the man of God. Because it's your money, it's your brain. In your head. It's not anywhere.
It's amazing.
Your mumuness.
Your mumuness. You will hide everything from your husband. I gave them my credit card. Because they were like, put your credit card, go online, take a video of Q code. These people are so sophisticated. I don't even know if Amazon will do that kind of fraud.
And they'll make you feel guilty if you
don't. They'll make you feel guilty because you will say you don't have money. They will say, no, put it on credit card. Okay, everybody, here is the screen. Here is the Q code on the screen. Take a picture, or if you don't have a good picture, here is the website, http:// Redeemed Church of Christ. And I was working 2 jobs. My husband didn't send me. I was even fighting the man. On Saturday, I would try to go to work. He said, neighbor, talk to me. so that I can go and work and give to Redeemed Church of Christ. It wasn't, we didn't need, not that I could have, I could use it for something else. But it wasn't something that is necessary for someone that is raising children that need to be around your kids. You've worked Monday through Friday, you're not home, everybody rushes out in the morning, you come back in the evening, Redeem will tell you they have evening service, you will go from work to they will take you away from your family. Yes. And you was believing in your head, hey, whoa, I'm praising God, I'm worshiping God. Oh, man of God is saying, oh, hallelujah, hey, whoa.
And if your husband ever says, don't go,
hey,
he's a demon. You can even divorce him for that. He doesn't want me to serve God. No, you're not serving God. You are being it's 419. Yahoo,
419. Self-induced 419. Eh? No, where are you going? We didn't see you all week. See, I have to go and get the money so I can pay my credit card for the credit card I gave to Redeem to be charging money. That's what they did to us. And I really thought I was serving God. Like I thought I was doing my part.
The power of brainwashing. Brainwashing. They will trick you into believing any nonsense. They will market anything to you. Every verse of the Bible, they will throw it at you. They'll pull it out, say it to you out of context. They will say it out of context and whip up emotion in you, and then you get going. We welcome our brother Isi Momodu. Arin Zezike, Nina Secretariat is here. Thank you for joining us. Please continue to share, like, and subscribe. We are here together. This is a teamwork, and it's working. It's succeeding. Our people are waking up all over the world. Our people are waking up. Thank you so much.
Yes, I did wake up though. Thank God. As I became closer to God and wanted to know more, He told me that, but that thing you're doing, I'm grinding ackee. Well, I don't know what they call ackee in English anymore.
Palm kernel.
For cocoa, for hen.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Your cocoa that is going to eat it in the ground.
Yep.
Then I'll go and waste my time and wash hand and braid the palm kernel for the cocoa. That's what I was doing. You know what we did instead? We chose a day during the week where we'll get together as family and pray.
More impactful.
We have never been back to that church. My children can read the Bible and explain it to you. We took turns. I have 4 children. So every week, somebody will take turn to read, tell us what he understood, and then we'll go through it. We discuss the Bible, we read, we pray, and then we discuss the issues going around. I want to know if they have any questions about it or things that we believe is concerning, we share with our children. That's what we did instead.
And you will produce better human beings like that.
Come and see prayer. These children at the Maga Church, my sons, my daughters, had the Liveragi prayer. You will know there is God in this place. Good Father in this place.
You can do the same.
They began to know their Bible. They began to associate what they are reading with who they are. They began to pray. It wasn't easy. The first time I asked them to pray, the devil or the roof almost came down. Because when we go to church, other people pray for us.
Yes.
So they weren't used to say, you are in charge of the family today. Pray over your family and all that stuff. So I don't want you to go and start and then you panic when it doesn't work. No, it took a while.
Yes.
So what we do is that me and my husband stood in the gap and we are saying the prayer over and over again until they get comfortable to start saying their own prayer. So now, almost 9-10 years. Now he's a champ. They are all champions in leading in prayers. They are all champions in understand what needs to be done. And as I'm teaching them, I'm also teaching them about my ancestors. How our ancestors have so many things to do with the things in the Bible and how it pertains to us. That my daughter will pray at the end of the day. We thank the God of our ancestors. All my children, we don't call any other God. We only call the God of our ancestors. Because that's who cares about us. That's who put me and my family in a church property in Igbo land. That God, that we answer his name. Bonachim Saga. So the baskets of political and religious sins are now on the table for you to see. I say all these things so that you guys will know that you have been punked all these years. Our brothers were taken to Rome. They were circumcised and undersized and spiritualized every day to come and destroy everything about your spirituality and have you to be praying homily. Homily. According to our sister Kemi, she said, and that's why I like the Africanness in us. We say stupid because before, if you say stupid, they say, oh, you can't use that word. Oh my God, you're so insulting. She went in that place where our subjugators are and say, stupid politicians make promises and announcements, not real policies. I say, did this thing turn off? Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. Oh They're clapping.
my light went out real quick. All right. Yes. She said that stupid politicians just make promises and announcements and not real policies. She said, she went further to say, real policies have a plan behind them. It's not just wishes and desires to do things. However, it's how you are going to do them. This is common sense talk. She didn't say disgruntled politicians. She said stupid because they are stupid. A whole lot of them. Criminals. Sucking the blood of our people for their political ambitions. As those who hijack the sovereignty of the indigenous ethnic nationalities by instrumentality of the Caliphate imposed unitary constitution 1999, as they continue to run around in utter confusion, looking for a way, an Appian way, because they like to run from the front yard to the backyard, to preserve and continue their conquest agenda, we are pleased to announce to those seeking the fastest route of escape from their enslaved camp that the days of their colonial rule are numbered. They don't have any choice. They are fighting each other. They're telling on each other. It's like a case of people that went in a hotel room to sleep. All of a sudden, camera came in there. People will start saying things. Who touched who first? Who started it first? We should know by now that religion is a business of selling God. We should know by now that religion is a business of selling God, as no one can teach you spirituality. No one. These criminals gave us religion and took our spirituality. None of them are interested in making us a better person. The whole time, it has always been about wealth transfer. That's what they were doing. They were just taking your wealth from you and transferring it to themselves. It's about resource control. It's about keeping us in abject poverty. Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to begin to see all of them, all of these people that we call, whether political leaders, church leaders, religious leaders, whatever leader they are leading, because we don't even know who they are leading. We must begin now to see them as criminals until proven otherwise. We should never have the notion that we should see good in everything. There is nothing. The way we should be doing it now is that you are a criminal until you prove otherwise that you're not. So today, we'll continue our interactive series and transitioning process. A shift from religion to godliness, from recklessness to mindfulness, from sheer stupidity to common sense, from insecurity to safety, wastefulness to productivity, and globalization to nationalism. And there's nothing wrong with that. Unapologetically, we are moving forward in that direction. Are you with us? Are you going to join the moving train? Do you understand what it takes to get to your destination? Or are you going to sit there and cry as a victim? Oh God, oh Jesus. No, he's not coming. The man he was on vacation and we don't know when he's coming back. He's waiting for you to do the needful. You. Stop feeling helpless. Stop acting like there's no way out. Stop acting as if, for those of you crying online, shouting. Those things are not strategy. There is a strategy on the table that you need to study. You need to do your part as a mother. All of us as a grandmother, don't let the glasses deceive you. We are old. We can welcome grandchildren at the right time, of course. Don't let that deceive you. We must leave this world better than we saw it for our children. No exceptions. We must. Go ahead, my sister.
Thank you so much. We welcome our brother Henry Ubi. You're welcome. Thank you. Justin Opala. Thank you. Opala, sorry. Let me not gonna call your name that's like they would call it. No, it's Opala and it has a meaning. So if you say Opala, we don't know the meaning. So sorry about that. Opala. So you're welcome, everyone. Like my sister has said, the sins, political sins and religious sins are on the table. And we'll play the first video for us. Remember, in this series, we'll bring videos just for people to say their own thing. They say it by themselves. We run commentary as we go. And continue to share, like, and subscribe. So Matthew 15:9 says, they worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules, human creation. So don't get bamboozled, like my sister has told you. Don't get bamboozled by the things that are telling you, that are brainwashing you for their own gains. They are just businessmen and businesswomen. Those that on top that have built whatever they've built, cathedrals, auditorium, and everything, if they can't get tithe and offering, they go into what we call shamanism, and they start using voodoo to do all the things they're doing. At the end of the day, who is losing? You. And why are you losing? Because you're not present in the moment. You're not conscious of your spirituality. You're allowing people to read Bible and use it to dupe you. Rather than you pick it by yourself, read it. If you read this section, you don't understand, go and read the one that is telling story about Joseph and David. They're just about everyday life. See what they did. See how God responded to them and how they responded to their fellow human beings. And then begin to build yourself in a way that you become a better human being. To your wife, to your husband, to your family, to your children, to your community. That was the intention of God. Not this brainwashing that they're doing to you because of white supremacy, Arab supremacy. That's what the religion is. So let's listen to our brother. Pay attention, please. Thank you.
Big mistake people make.
Yeah.
Religion is an institution created by man to serve the needs of men. When the Arabs invaded North Africa and conquered our northern territory, they had no mandate from God to do that. When the Europeans took Christianity and used it to justify the transatlantic slave trade, they had no mandate from God to do that. So we have to recognize religion is an institution that is separate from the Almighty Creator. Religion purports to be about helping you build a relationship with the Almighty Creator, but there's no greater mistake you can ever make than to confuse a man-made institution with the Almighty God. Religion is religion.
Yeah.
God is God. Yeah. And the two can coexist because as Pan-Africanists, we believe in freedom of religion. Marcus Garvey was a Christian.
Yeah.
El Hajj Malik El Shabazz Malcolm X was a Muslim.
Yeah.
So we believe in freedom of religion. I have no issue with your religion unless your deity looks like your enemy. So if you run around with a white Christ, we got a problem. Because as Pan-Africanists, we believe in self-determination. Jesus should look like me because I'm African. Not only should Jesus look like me because I'm African, Jesus was an African, and Jesus was born in a cave in Ethiopia. And it wasn't until the Nicene Council of 325 that Emperor Constantine changed that fact and said Jesus was born in a manger in Bethlehem. Don't confuse religion with God.
Don't confuse religion with God. If you are following Daughters of Truth, because like we always say, we are here to expose all the lies and bring you authentic truth, authenticity. You must be your authentic self. That is what your creator had in mind when he created you. He does not want to create you a black man and then someone will bring a fake white, blue-eyed Jesus Christ and use it to dupe you and enslave you and impose colonialism and neo-colonialism on you, and you are brainwashed and your pastors are busy having fun. Look at what do you call it? No, Biodun Fato Yimboko, not going to call that mafia. Look at what they are doing with the money that you contributed, your tithes and offering. And then the ones, of course, they stole from them, and the politicians stole from you. Either way, you are losing, because this is the money meant for infrastructure. Here goes the money for your schools, your hospitals, your roads, your light, your water, everything that you lack in Nigeria, in Africa. This is where the money is, because they have to reward them. The politicians have to reward them. Now you see, they go hand in hand. I will tell you that the partners, they work together. They are the ones that help them to win elections, because they will just say, oh, Buhari is here in the church. The children, the brainwashed church members will go crazy. Hey, do you know Buhari came to our camp? Okay, who do we have today? We have, what's the name? Tinubu. Oh, today we have, 20 past presidents are here in our church. Then the slave children will go into town. Do you know that our church, 20 past presidents, or Obasanjo, all of them were there? My church is the super one. No, it's not a church, it's a slave camp. And you are being exploited at home, everywhere, through your spirituality, everything you have lost as a people. So see it and pay attention. This is not godliness. Remember, these people told you that the rich cannot enter the heaven they are preaching. Why they made you poor. But now the money has switched. They have become the rich. Where is the heaven they are going to? I mean, they're not going to heaven anymore. Or is the heaven actually on earth? Let's listen to what our sister that ran the commentary on this said. Thank you.
Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Fatoyinbo, the pastor of Koza Ministry in Abuja. Today, they celebrated their 25th years anniversary and his 50th birthday. In fact, it is a 3-in-1 program. So the program still they go on. That is the wife, Dele Fatoyinbo. Many people are wondering why they are spending so much. Before we talk about the vanity, we didn't tell us vanity upon vanity. Before we talk about how beautiful the place be, even the dress of the new bride. You know, this is Okotumigbe, the husband is marrying her all over again. Renewal, marriage vow renewal. Now they do today. Now beside they remarry you. The marriage where we no fit get, where we no get money don't day. I won't do that kind of marriage for you. See the dress. The dress is so heavy, they have to help her to carry it so that makes she no trip. The dress now 1 in a million. Only God knows how much the dress cost. But I don't talk about how much the dress cost. But pastor will tell us, say vanity upon vanity. Now we see, say, waiting then call vanity is actually living heaven inside this life. Now inside this life, heaven day. So you don't see, you see the place where they in the waka, now glass. No be ordinary floor, now glass. That is to tell you how good money is. So Fatoyinbo is doing his 50th and he's also doing his marriage vow, renewing the marriage vow between him and the wife. Hey, see the groove, see the new groove. Money is good. Anybody tell me say money no good again, I go find the person. Anybody will tell me say seek ye first the kingdom of God, I go find the person. Because even pastor no seek the kingdom of God. Why we think say then they seek the kingdom of God? Now money then they gather. And we can see the result of the money today. Even Obasanjo was present as the father of the day. See Obasanjo dancing with the couple. Baba, they drag the couple anyhow. Baba don't hold. But this man no won't grow old. See Obasanjo just dance with them. Somebody will now tell me, say, vanity. If I hear vanity for your mouth again, Chinwo was present to serenade the group. At least they no call flavor. They don't want to make people of the world come shout on them, say they call flavor. Now, gospel singers, then watch, then call. Wait, share any ordinary member they inside the place. Make we look. They look as then they dance. Any ordinary member inside this place. Hey, the wife is so happy. Well, you are what you deserve to be happy, Jerry. Many of you don't know is that why they are
mad people. You're muted.
Sorry. Let's play some more. There's we are showing the people the wealth, where the wealth is. and then where your money is going to, which is why we said, please stop allowing yourself to be duped. It's not worth it. This is not godliness. As they're going, the religious, the music singers are together. The music singers, the church owners, the politicians, they are all willing tools in this business of colonialism. They are being used to dupe you. And the essence of doing this is for you to wake up. It's for you to wake up. We know that some people are waking up. But when you see the amount lavished here, you understand that you have been lied to. Sorry, please, let's play some more. So I will show, look at the hall. Look at everything.
They are celebrating this thing. This man, Fatoyinbo, was very healed. The man saying go by 2 years ago. Now the wife made the church old there. See Matiwashimo Lowo, he did there. Now he joined them together. Hey, see Yawo Tunsun, new wife. Money is good. Oyedepo pray for them. You know, come. Ineche did there with his wife. All of them they are Abuja together. See, you will come tell me say money no good. So the wife was there. The wife stood by him. Remember, he has a scandal too. He had scandal some years ago concerning Bisola Dakolo, where they say this Koza man, he Koza the lady, that the case, now so they bury her. When you have Godfather in Nigeria, you have no problem. Nobody will arrest you. If another person, ordinary person, they say Koza somebody, therefore don't arrest them. So they don't arrest the man, but that is not the story for today. The story they say they are jubilating. So just continue to watch. I will soon leave you, make you enjoy as they dance. People plenty there. We get plenty people there today. Top Nigerian people, politicians. Then spend money. This place, this party as I they look am. And they never finish them. It still remain 2 or 3 days. Then go finish them on Sunday. Don't talk. Saying go lavish money, go spoil money. You know, consign whether the member of his church they hungry. You know, consign at least he has to live first, and he can spend the money. It doesn't matter. After all, tithe and offering and contribution from politicians and public office holders is good if somebody get them. I know say collect you, but they talk and say even if na anyhow, the party share, the party sweet. See, hey, money good. See as they decorate. See the place. Now, so they take say do their celebration today. They bring the wife from inside limousine with her dress, expensive dress. The party venue very expensive. Tomorrow, if I say the party will continue till Sunday, make you watch the remaining part of the video. Make I leave you. As you look this party, it look like vanity for your eyes. I be look like heaven. Heaven. Pastors are now living heaven on earth. See the venue. See the venue. See the venue. And somebody will tell me, say money no good. See the venue. Anyway, don't worry. Just watch. Watch and see that the Lord is good. Now, person will be ordinary member. They know say money good. Pastor know say money good. And they know what money can do. They know say now here heaven day. No be when you buy. For those of you that are waiting to go and enjoy when you buy, mention one of your father family.
So we are hoping that you will be angry enough to say no. We are not playing to celebrate Biodo. We're not playing this video to celebrate him. We're playing this video to show you as your land is, as you are dying, you and your people, as your land is being destroyed, look at what your religious leaders are doing. It's a celebration mood for them because they don't care. If it's not birthday, they're celebrating. It will be. That's all they're doing, line by line. And now they want to outdo themselves. This one we do, another one we do, another one we do. But like we said, those that are waking up are waking up. Those that will not wake up will be destroyed along with whatever that is going on in the land. We will listen to our governor, the governor of Anambra State. He too seems to be waking up, but we know we can't trust the politicians because they are the ones that put us in this situation. We are only playing this video for you to know that they know what we're saying, that they're not blind and they're not deaf. It's just that they don't want to do the right thing. And hopefully you will go and make them do the right thing because they lack the sincerity of hearts to do the right thing. But as for them knowing, they know. Sometimes when I post things, they say, oh, who knows about Ninas? Hey, you lie. They're all the details that you don't know, they know. They are the ones sponsoring the freedom fighters. Those are their political thugs. And they will turn around and go and start killing them. So they know. And we're saying, you should know too. Because when you know what I know, then the game will become interesting. Ignorance is not a strategy. Listen as Soludo is a long video. This is the church did a conference or whatever, their church leaders, and he went there to address them, and he put their sins before them, posted it in front of them on the table. So they've heard. Okay, please, Mr. Please go ahead.
Finally, to your retreat. I'm very excited that you are having this retreat. I missed a chunk of the sermon. But I want to believe, for me, for my own government, we're starting our own retreat on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, we'll be at a retreat. And that's the way to begin a new year, where you're reviewing where are we coming from, redefine, remind yourselves of your purpose, your mission, your vision, and your KPIs, your key performance indicators. And how do you measure? Where are you and where do you want to go? We want to remind ourselves as we start off the new year. And I was quite excited to hear that all the bishops of the Church of Nigeria will be meeting on a few days retreat at the beginning of the year. For everybody to leave from all across Nigeria to gather in one venue. This is serious business. Very serious business. And I know you've chosen your theme. You are clear on what you want to discuss. I even had part of it at the sermon. Very revered Bishop, hammering on it. I think I had the issue of unity and that, and, bonding together, standing for one another, encouraging one another. Because they say if you want to go very far, you go alone. No, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. Thanks for that message. But I also want to add, maybe as you reflect on that, this is a very trying moment for the Christendom generally. In Nigeria, and even more so in the southeast of Nigeria. The primate, you did mention about the pivotal role of this particular, especially the place where we are, the All Saints Cathedral, in the birth of the Anglican Communion, especially in the southeast of Nigeria. But the primate, you mentioned a very important statistics, which is 20 million registered Anglicans. It's the same way that you have 2.6, 2.7 billion people in the world who profess Christianity, which is about 32, 33% of humanity. And here in Nigeria, you have, well, depending on the number, people dispute whether you are 100 and something or thereabout in terms of Christians. But an important question that I will leave with you is that as you ponder these 20 million, that's those on the register, are they still there? It might sound a rhetorical question, isn't it? 20 million on the register, how many are there? And in the southeast, this question is even much, much more pertinent. Because in the southeast, particularly, the fastest growing religion today is idolatry. It's on the upsurge, massive ascendancy, and those populating it are the Christians, the Emmanuel, Christian. So even some of them answer Christian, but he's carrying his shrine and so on. All over the bushes and forests, wherever these chaps are, the first thing they do is to have a massive shrine. Now, in every community, in Anambra, in Abia, in Imo, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, so on. Every community now, there is a massive resurgence. And one of the questions that I ask always, I said to somebody, I wish I had the time. I mean, I wish I was disposed and maybe somebody should supervise a PhD studying theology and all of this on this topic. Then the title will be, Why Do They Leave? I don't know if I'm communicating. Why are they leaving? In other words, since this is a moment of retreat, that the leadership of the Church of Nigeria must pose that kind of question. It's a time for introspection. A life unexamined is not worth living. At point, you must be able to re-examine your purpose. Are we still serving the purpose? Have our ways become in conflict with the purpose? Or do we have a defined purpose, but our means of getting there now in conflict and in contradistinction, that the people themselves see through it and they think this is all a joke and they are living? Very, very. Somebody says, people are saying the church and so on, religion has become business. The transactions have overwhelmed the transformations. Does the church still engage in evangelization? And so now in my own government, we'll be dealing with KPIs for each MDA, the ministries, departments, and agencies. What are the key performance indicators that the leadership of the church provides for the ministers of the church? In each parish, what are the KPIs? Is it the number of brick and mortar projects that are built? Or is it in terms of how many members who actually are on the register are still with you? How many persons who are non-Christians have been converted over the previous 1 year? Can we have it in the register as part of the KPIs for each parish? How many have left? Because, Your Grace, there is something dangerous that is upon us. The greatest threat that we face, I heard when the prayer was made about the release of our Archbishop, retired Archbishop, who was in captivity for a few weeks. In 2009, my 78-year-old father was kidnapped. After dinner, I went to his house in the village here. Before then, that same year, Tony Mas, the popular Tony Mas, was kidnapped. I think the next year, Poco Bros, and then GUO was kidnapped, I think, from here, from a church. This trend has continued. And if you look at the characteristics of the people doing this, now it's become an organized, lucrative business empire with central command and control. And at the heart of it all is idolatry. At the heart of it all is idolatry. The church itself as an institution, when you now get to the place, we've now gotten to a position where These guys don't care about anybody, whether you are a primate, whether you are pope, or whether you are bishop, whether you are, because there is a clash of religion. They think you are the problem. The church is the problem, is the only institution standing between them and taking over the entire society. And I leave a message with you. When they were coming, they started off with a narrative in the Southeast. We are here to liberate you. The Fulanis are in the forests and everywhere about to envelop you. They will go to the checkpoints, kill the police, kill the soldiers, take over their AK-47,
Use them
and
to win
people will
elections.
tacitly inside be happy because they are the liberators. They are supposed to be the liberators.
Yeah, what do you
Now, after they carry the AK-47, how do they feed the next day in the bush? Nobody asked that question. How do they continue to feed month to month, year to year?
You didn't ask that question when you
They
gave
have to feed. They have to survive. They have families. Now they come out to grab people because for ransom. And at the heart of it all is that the first thing they have there is their big idols, big shrines. Over the last 2 years or so that we've declared war on this, before I came, 8 local governments were under their total grip. We declared war on them. The number of shrines that we have had to burn down or bring down. And yesterday we had about 10.5 hours meeting. We're bringing out a new Homeland Security law. I want to assure you, the primate and bishops of Church of Nigeria, that the way we want to fight this war, it's not just carrying gun and so on and going to, for me, it's just 40% of the problem. The 60% is that if we don't collectively challenge and tackle the source of the warped ideology, the ideas that fuel this in the first instance, that continues to enable them to have continuous supply of young men going into the bush and wanting to carry arms to go on a kidnapping and so on and so forth, because it is now the most lucrative business in town. Nigeria published data that about 2.4 trillion was paid as ransom. Did you see that?
Thanks to you guys.
For every 1 naira published, we estimate that at least 5 naira was not reported. So if you multiply that by 5, you'll be getting more than about at least more than 10 trillion. Even oil block is not as lucrative. But there is something also fueling it. And this is where the church also comes in. When I ask why do they leave? The lucrative criminality, but also we now have a society where we celebrate something for nothing. Where even in Christianity, we now preach that you can have a crown without a cross. We tell people that you can have wealth without work. That God is a money doubler. Only pay your tithe and then you go and close yourself with blanket. God will quadruple it in 10 times. We're no longer telling people about responsible Christianity. No, it is the hard one. If we tell them no cross, no crown, then you will not be the popular priest. It's when you tell them, you know, a young apprentice, you will become a billionaire by the end of it. Say, yeah, I claim it. How? How? So the message, I'm just saying this because we are coming from various, and in fact, part of where we are going to head to. All these roadside pastors and churches and so on, preaching all of these
even
things.
the bigger ones.
You know, have people with this warped theology and Christianity and so on. This one and the other one. That, I mean, it's just the youths. 9 a.m. people are in the beer parlors drinking beer. But they expect to build a skyscraper tomorrow. How?
What God
to hold people accountable. If you got wealth, people are displaying all manner of obscene wealth. And nobody asks again, what do you do for a living? A society where you no longer ask people, what do you do for a living?
No.
It's a society that has no future.
But
again, what I said to you as the leaders of the church, I wish I am not governor. I would have taken this almost like as a personal crusade. You know, because as you point one finger, you look back and you see the others pointing at you. I said, in about 2012, I addressed the Catholic Bishops' Conference. And I did make a suggestion. And everybody laughed. I said, you know, in the Catholic Church, we have this prayer against bribery and corruption. We pray it almost every alternate Sunday. The other one is prayer against for Nigeria in distress. I said, okay, now you have got the third liturgy. And this applies to all our Christian denominations. We used to have 4 parts of a mass. It's introductory rite, liturgy of the word, liturgy of the Eucharist, and then concluding rites. Those are the 4 parts. I said, you now have the third liturgy, liturgy of fundraising. Okay? Now, and that becomes the main part of most services. The part where we talk about money. And I said, can we be the judge that then says, okay, we'll pray against bribery and corruption. Then an officer, a government official, whose total monthly salary is not more than 200,000, comes to the church and makes a donation of 2 million. Or he shows up in church, whoever is presiding announces, now that we have this one has come, it means our problems are over. That was the day they are going to do special fundraising. And he comes and pledges 2 million. I will say, kneel down for special prayers. How is he going to get the 2 million? That's where it starts. And I did make a proposal. I then said, can we then lead by saying, okay, let's make a rule. If you are in public office, we're not going to accept any donation from you until you leave office. And 5 years after you've left office, everybody laughed. More like, how now? It sounds like a joke, but go to think about it. Today, during this season in the Southeast, bazaar all over the place. Who are the chairmen of the bazaars? This one has come down. So IK Malaysia. Peter of South. This one. What do they do? Even the ministers of God do not ask.
They don't care.
In my part of the world, we have a proverb that he who partakes of the proceeds of theft is also a thief. But we can no longer pretend and be saying, no, we don't know, we don't care. No, the society must care. Because this is at the foundation of the criminality that is ongoing. We celebrate wealth without work. And if the church continues to celebrate this, a society gets what it celebrates. And therefore, I'm only just throwing up something, Your Grace, that at your retreat. Because this thing, I feel so passionate about it. We're going out where we are going after all this Okite and Akwa Okoko and Ezenwanye and all of those. It's everywhere now. Just come away, we'll give you this, you'll get money. We're not teaching people to work. How much do we do that? We launched asking people farm to feed. There was a time Nigeria was, they said they were having a hunger protest, that we're hungry. And we said, no, we can't. We must teach our people. We met with our youth and launched farm to feed. Akajaja, that's how what we are standing in this part of the world. So please, while we go onto this retreat, since we are going onto retreat, that's why I'm raising these issues, that there are deeper existential threats. Deeper existential threats to the society itself, because we have put our values on upside down. And the church, as the last man standing, must not be seen to flow in that direction. Otherwise, there is no redemption. Otherwise, there is no redemption for society. The church must be able to stand up. We say it in Igbo. Na ikwu in your arrow, so money kwebe egwu fasi atofia na de kweli ife ojo egwu.
Welcome our brother CY Opala. Thank you for joining us. You see, the conversation we're having is that under Nina's campaign, there is no vacuum of governance. The people in Igbo language will say Ohaneze. The ruling, and the ruled. We must join hands together to work towards our liberation, to end this oppression. We must work towards societal reform, reorganization of our society and communities. And how are we going to do that? By holding ourselves accountable. The religious leaders, the traditional leaders, the political leaders, we must hold them accountable. It's no more business as usual. You know what? You see what is happening in America as conservatives took over. They begin to mop up everywhere evil is located. Because anywhere you look is waste. Everywhere is wastage. And people are hungry. And we're saying we don't have enough resources because everything is leaking out. When they say devourer, when they say, oh, the church will lie to you, oh, bring your tithe offering so that they will rebuke devourer. If not, your basket will leak out. What they didn't tell you is that they are the devourers. They are the ones coming to steal, kill, destroy, steal everything that you have. So we must begin to hold ourselves accountable. Of course, since the church is the light of the world and salt of the earth, the assessment and judgment must start from the church institution. That is what Solude is saying here. Of course, they are partners. We know that everything he's saying, that he's also guilty of it. Him and his political class. If in the world, we have 33% of the world population as Christians, and in Nigeria, 20 million, all Anglican only. So what are you doing with all that numbers? All these people that you gathered in millions, what have you done to them? Of course, we know. You brainwashed them with white Jesus and colonialism. That is why the people are there, looking well. So why is it that our people are leaving the church? Because the church has failed them. Christianity failed them. Rather than light, we are seeing darkness. Rather than salt, we are seeing bitterness. And somebody said we should keep quiet. No, we are not keeping quiet. The church leaders teamed up with our colonizers and their political puppets to divide, conquer, and rule us. They have lied to our people. They have duped our people. They do not serve the purpose for which the people thought they were set up. They build massive cathedrals, auditoriums, rather than build people.
Clubhouse.
Exactly. All for money making. So as daughters of truth, we're saying, in reforming the society, we must begin to mop up evil in the land. My sister is, okay, I've put up these church leaders. You remember when they were telling you, PVC church, PVC Sunday, you must show PVC. And somebody will say, so that all that PVC that you did, what's the outcome? What happened? That is accountability. You the people need to go and hold these criminals accountable. The only people smiling to the bank are these criminals because they played you. Pastors are in partnership with the political class to bring false hope when there is no hope in Nigeria as presently constituted. This is the crime they committed. Are they confessing? Are they apologizing? No. They're busy going about gallivanting and having birthdays and having wedding anniversaries. Why are people dying in hunger? They're having fun and throwing wealth in front of you. What can you do? We need to judge and fight the ideology that is fueling criminality in our society. We need to begin from those who armed the criminals. We are seeing kidnapping, banditry, and everything. Who armed the people? How did we get here? Of course, the church. You see, I will pray. No, if you reduce it, I can read what is there. I will pray for the poor while holding all the gold inside this golden palace. The church stole all the wealth in the land into the institution for themselves and themselves alone, while our people beg them, give me Holy Communion, or Holy Communion, we call it, or Holy Communion. Come and be baptized. You pay, we baptize your children so that they will enter heaven.
And then you die. We can't bury you until we say so.
Exactly. You have to pay all your money that you're owing us before we can commit you to Mother Earth. The Mother Earth that does not belong to the church. The land belongs to the ancestral people, the indigenous peoples in the land. They are the owners of the land. But no, the church will not bury you and commit you to Mother Earth that does not belong to them, except you pay all that you're owing the church. Everybody will go and mop up everything. Even if one family member is owing. If your father died and your mother is owing, and your father is owing, everybody have to pay, otherwise the church will not come and bury your father and commit your father to Mother Earth. Criminal pastors of Nigeria. This is a comment sent to us. After making a large amount of money through Yahoo, cybercrime, or other kinds of frauds, or get rich quick without working schemes, or armed robbery, or kidnapping, or drug business, because they're into all this that we're mentioning, they clean up the criminally obtained money by becoming a pastor. So becoming a Nigerian pastor has become a way to launder dirty money. Remember, I told you that when you hear laundering, money laundering, they're washing the money. They steal your money, they wash it, and they become a good money. And they come back to the society and answer, Ezego, who created criminality? Who is arming the criminals that we are seeing in our society? Now that they've become a pastor, gullible dullards begin to call them man of God or woman of God and give them money under the name of tithes and offering. Give them more money. With all the money coming in, they begin to buy plots of lands after plots of land. They go into business, land, what do they call that? Land, buying land and properties. What do they call that?
Creating estates.
Creating estates. Only pastors and politicians, of course, another criminal group, have become the buyers of land in Nigeria. They build estates. You are watching this thing happen.
They're even buying lands here in the US.
Yes, everywhere.
All these Redeemed Church of buying land and you have to be at the top of the church distance for them to privy you to that information. We heard this from a bank manager that they came to about the land they were trying to sell close to where we are. She said, "Ma'am, they have lands everywhere."
You are watching this thing happen. They are robbing you. They are duping you. You are becoming poor. Wealth, of course, is transferring. It's transferring from
jobs.
You. Yes. It's transferring from you to the people, to the colonizers and their partners. And we have told you that the church, religious institutions, because we're not just, it's not only church, Islamic institutions, because they have their own assignments. But the most important thing is that wealth is leaving the indigenous peoples into the hands of criminals and their partners. And why they're doing that, the church is teaching you and celebrating wealth without work. So the ones that cannot get tithe and offering on top, they go into voodoo, shamanism. They'll tell you, bring pictures. Your brother is killing you. Your sister is killing you. It's your neighbor that did it. Bring their picture here so that we pray and then cast voodoo. Jerieze, he said, bring all the pictures so that we tie them in the nights when you're supposed to be sleeping, dreaming, so that you have inspiration of how you're going to build your life. No, you'll be up like a witch in the middle of the night, praying in the more prayer. You're doing night vigil. When you finish night vigil on a Monday night, how useless are you going to be at work tomorrow? You see how unproductive you have become? You bring cross. These pictures came from one pastor that they busted whatever he was doing. See the cross there. We told you that these people are just voodoo people. They are looking for what we work. So if the voodoo, those people that we call traditional priests in those days, that they go and give pictures in the villages, inside bush. Oh, do this for me. So people are not going there anymore because people are moving into the church because people want to take condition and have fun. So they now packed their bush and brought the bush to the city. The traditional priests are now in town and they're answering pastors also. So they came with their properties. And who is going there? You. You see, all these things came from church. Our people, be careful. We are telling you, if you're a father, be responsible for your family. If your wife is not listening to you, divorce her. If your husband says he must continue to do all this nonsense and put the family down, divorce him and move forward. We're only saying do it in a legal way, do it in a correct way. Marriage is not by force. But you know what? We must take charge. We must take charge of our spaces, of our homes, of everything. Enough of this madness. Of course, the politicians, that are the ones that arm the so-called freedom fighters. Yes, in Southeast, we are there where they were arming the Biafra agitators. They armed them. Just like Boko Haram. Boko Haram and headsmen are being armed by northern politicians, of course, with their external helpers. It's the same thing. What you're seeing in Southeast is the same Boko Haram thing you're seeing. They warned us, yes, they say this thing you see in Boko Haram that you see in the north is going to get to everywhere in Nigeria because it's the same thing. And they will use the political puppets and their church partners to arm the children and kidnapping everywhere. They have one thing, is political talks that reason. So the politicians in the north armed Boko Haram, introduced Sharia law to win elections. It's the same thing. It's the same thing happening in Southeast. Politicians armed our youths so that they can use them as political thugs and then win elections. And then when they've armed them, the people are not returning guns, they begin to use it to kill and steal and destroy. Why the church is preaching to them? Yes, you can get rich overnight. Perfect combination. Society is crazy. Everything is running. Helter-skelter, trouble everywhere. So we must begin from what is fueling the criminality. Then begin to make a U-turn. According to Nina's proposition, it's time to take charge of our species. Anambra State, they're trying to do whatever they're doing. Others should continue to join. Responsibility and accountability. If you see something, say something. Of course, like today we told you, the baskets of sins on the table are both political sins and religious sins. These are the politicians now. Their sins, they're bringing their sins by themselves on the table. This is Amaechi, open confession. Listen to him of all the crimes they've committed as politicians. Some of it.
They have complained. Nigerians have been clapping for you. The only way Shekarau became governor, do you know what? Do you know how? Because people lined up. When they ask how many people are there, they say over 500,000. No, I won't give 500,000. Announce Shekarau. It's happened in Ghana. You are talking, abusing everybody. Nobody has power and will give it to you. Nobody, not even me. If you want a pastor as president, can't get one. The politician is there in Nigeria to steal, to maim, to kill, to remain in power. If you think Tinubu will give it to you, you are wasting your time. So when we speak, we forget history. Unfortunately for me, poverty has made me to be part of the political system from when I left university. I left university 1987 and I've been part of the process till today. You can't wish me away in the formation of APC. You certainly can't wish me away. You can't wish me away in how APC won election. You can't. But the truth is that if some of us did not stick at our neck, say, PDP, good luck, we want to die with you. When they saw that we were ready to die.
This is what Ivy League University.
Oh my goodness.
Because in Nigeria, politics is a do or die affair.
Students with a 4.0 plus.
Church, do or die affair. Everything is about money making. That is why they're doing what they're doing.
What did they do? They gave up power.
This humble statement by Rotimi Amaechi, the former governor of Rivers State, at the National Conference on Strengthening Democracy in Nigeria, which held in Abuja, it is causing serious sleepless nights for some people. And the response is coming from an unusual quarter. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, has warned Amaechi, he called him by name, that there will be consequences if he doesn't desist from inciting Nigerians. Ordinarily, the response should have come from the retinue of media aides of Tinubu and the presidency, because this is politics. But the Minister of State for Defense took it upon himself to reprimand Rotimi Amaechi. What does that say? Anyway, let's hear what he said. It is both reckless and dangerous for a former public office holder to make such inflammatory remarks at a time when the government is working tirelessly to consolidate national unity and security. No responsible leader should be fanning the flames of violence and political unrest. Let me make it clear, the security agencies are on high alert. Any individual or group found inciting violence or attempting to destabilize this nation will face the full force of the law. We will not tolerate any form of subversive rhetoric that seeks to undermine national unity or incite lawlessness. Amaechi and others who think they can manipulate our youth into chaos should rethink their actions. This government will not fold its arms and allow any individual.
Which government is he referring to? Do you have a government?
No government.
This is a colonial project that you guys are running.
Exactly.
Nigeria is an artificial construct merely established to continue the colonial project. If you think otherwise, you are naive, you are mistaken, you're very childish, you don't know your left from your right. So anyone talking to you about the unity of what? Unity of criminals. Criminals that are there for their own agenda. You heard from the politician. Oh yeah, if you're waiting for them, they never had you guys in mind. And that's why we're calling people to join what Ninas is doing. That is the only way you would take your sovereignty back, because right now your sovereignty is in their hands. Your sovereignty, you never had one. When we talk about self-determination, people are still confused. Oh, I'm a Nigerian. You're this, you're that. You are a nobody. You're just a big black man and woman living in a big slave camp called Nigeria. An open air prison for the smartest black people on the face of the universe. And we're saying, you, the adults, you that gave birth to children, what are you doing to make this better? There's a template already on the table. This is not a case of when I will thank you, I will thank you. Some people will say, and these are the learned people. The people that will be following, thinking, oh yeah, they went to Harvard, Yale, everywhere. They've been all over the world. They are never for you. They have never been for you. And they have partners, like we mentioned, the church leaders. They are everywhere. They are together. You get your PVC. There's no recourse if you don't win. They are not going to give you food. They are not going to pray for things to be better for you. Or come get your PVC because the politicians have visited them and given them their own courts. We've been shouting about this for the past 5 years. PVC for what? Plastic. For a problem that is unending. Come and get your PVC or you will not get Holy Communion. If you don't provide your PVC, you will not come into a clubhouse called church. The cathedral called clubhouse. You can't come in there and take some air condition for 4 hours while Chi will serenade you and keep you cool and calm and make you feel like Holy Spirit is coming. When Chinwo is making money for her and her family, it's never about God. No. Don't get me wrong, I love the girl and her songs, though, but I have never thought she was taking me to God. Never.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. It's entertainment. The same way they use Michael Jackson. But before now here, he turned from black to white. And we're saying, what is going on here? His hair become Jericho. And we're saying, what is going on? His nose start disappearing.
Yep. Becoming
all brainwashing for them to use him and make you feel like you must change yourself.
Yes.
Because we loved him as a brother. Oh, Michael Jackson. Oh, this and this. So whatever he does, some people were doing. Bleaching cream became the thing of the day. If you're dark like me, this Black Beauty, this chocolate, you're not good enough.
No.
And I'm telling you, we've taken our power back. I get ginger. If it's like I want black, it will put more black on us.
Yes.
We are good to go. No more brainwashing. The politicians are in on this together with the rest of their subjugators, with the colonial. They are running a colonial project. That's what it is. They're the current day court mass, the current day warrant chiefs. That's who they are. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed from way back then. But we're saying, you, the adults, what role are you playing to undo this evil project? What are you doing? Are you hiding in your house in America? Oh, I'm doing good. By the way, go and check, because I don't know some of you that are busy working 7 jobs. Go and check. The empire is declining.
Yep.
The empire is declining. They are saying it to not me because I don't even go that far.
As you should.
Yeah. It's in declining. So don't go and sit and be driving your car and paying your car note and thinking you're safe. Something big is about to happen. You heard it first here in Daughters of Truth show, on Daughters of Truth show. Something big is about to happen. Don't sit in your comfort zone and think you got it going on.
Are you begging them? They should sit in their comfort zone.
So that you don't start crying to God. He has gone ahead and sent signals. Yeah.
God is eating his Akina.
Even
if I cry, you got between it and be saying.
We told you guys last week that your lack of planning cannot be an emergency for God.
Never.
Your lack of planning cannot be an emergency for God.
Never.
Adults, are you guys planning ahead? Do we have even 5-year timeline of what we want to achieve? Other people have 300 years of what they're going to do, where they want to be in 300 years. A lot of us are in our 50s, 60s, 70s. You're declining, dude. One lady told me that she's what did she say? 1/4 to the other side. 1/4 time left to go to the other side. What are you doing with your time? Are you scrolling the internet and everything is funny to you when the world is going down? Or are you going to be part of this project to take back our spaces from the criminals called pastors and religious leaders that we have established over and over again? The evidence are there that they are not for you. What are we waiting for to say, enough is enough? Yep. Enough is enough. What are we doing? I will pull up the next video while my sister adds. Continue to help us to share, like, and subscribe.
We are telling you about the sins, basket of sins of the politicians and your church leaders. That's what we've been bringing to you, hoping that you wake up. Because you can wake up. We want you to wake up. Because it's only when you wake up, you can embrace the solution on the table. Some will say, oh, why are you having one solution to all our problem? It's actually what we call root cause analysis. If you have the discipline to pay attention to the things that we have been teaching on this platform, for you to understand that all the problems you're seeing are symptoms of one disease. That disease is neocolonialism. And the structure that they are using to implement neocolonialism in Nigeria is the 1999 Unitary Constitution. If you pull it down, all these other things, symptoms you're seeing, we die a natural death. So this is verified. And why we want you to wake up is that these people know what they are doing. They are the criminals that you have been looking for, the demons, the principalities and powers that you have been looking for. Now they are doing what we call assisa. When they lose, when they are not getting whatever they want to get, they begin to talk. But we can hold them accountable so that they don't go off the hook anymore. Whether they are church leaders, political leaders, or whatever, we will hold them accountable. Thank God for the days of internet. You can bring it and say, what you did this and this is that this. So you hold them accountable. We must hold them accountable. Of course, we posted our link, our StreamYard link, if you want to come in and say maybe 1 minute or 2 seconds, because we're about to finish. We're about to end this. Okay, you can play my sister.
Thank you, distinguished Senator, Her Excellency, former Vice President. If you look at the program, you'll see that I'm not supposed to be on this panel. I was compulsorily drafted, and I want to say up front that I am the least qualified person on the panel to speak about political parties because my experience in politics is limited, and my experience in forming or managing political parties is even more limited. I've been actively involved in only 2 political parties, all in the 21st century, unlike the former vice president who has been in this since the 20th century. I was very active in the CPC. I was one of the leaders of the CPC before we merged into the APC. And all I know about partisan politics comes from that experience. But I want to say that, you know, political parties are very, very important. I did not realize this until I became politically active. Because in our constitution, the only way we can contest for power is on the platform of political parties. Our constitution does not recognize independent candidates, even though we tried in our APC Committee on True Federalism to recommend that the constitution be amended to allow independent candidates. That has not happened yet, and I don't even know if it will ever happen. So political parties remain important. But what is the state of political parties today? I will give my own views of what I have seen in the last 2 years. The PDP, which is one of the largest and perhaps the oldest political party in this republic, is clearly targeted for destruction. It's a matter of time. There are internal mercenaries in the PDP that have been hired, paid, or otherwise motivated to destroy the party. So the party is on its way to the grave. Okay? And it's most unfortunate.
What is that?
Because His Excellency, the former Vice President, was explaining how politicians came together, essentially, put aside their differences to drive away the military. Most of these politicians ended up in the PDP. So the PDP actually represented the best of our politicians that fought for restoration of democracy. Forget those that make the most noise, but ran away from the country. Those that went to prison, those that were detained, all ended up in the PDP. Those were the real politicians that faced the military. But today, none of the founding fathers of the PDP can recognize it. Labour Party, again, targeted for destruction. And it's almost certain. The last time I had a conversation with Peter Obi himself, he admitted to me that he doesn't know what is happening in the party that he contested for president. So there seems to be a project to destroy all the opposition political parties.
Good morning, sir.
And the only option for the opposition, in my view, is to put aside their differences and come together and create a broad platform that will do the driving of the military again, because we are there almost. So, Your Excellency, we need your experience and skills.
What are driving?
Now, I'm a founding member of the APC. If you go to INEC and ask for the form that got APC registered, I'm one of the 34 people that signed for it, and I was a founding member of the National Working Committee of the APC. But frankly, I no longer recognize the party. The party, no party organ of the APC has met for the past 2 years. No caucus, no NEC, nothing. I don't even know if it is a one-man show. It's a zero-man show.
You don't know.
Okay. So, though I'm a founding member of the APC has left me behind. I'm still there where we were. We wanted to form a progressive party that will fight corruption, revamp the economy, and restore security to Nigerians. That was the objective of forming our party. And we all came from that party. After forming the party, we went out of our way to recruit others that we feel could add value to the party. We went to the residence of His Excellency. Thank you.
Criminals.
Accused criminals.
The saint doesn't know what is going on. Hey, saints what? So the Holy Spirit didn't minister to him. Even the saint now is saying, I don't know what is going on. The saint that is driving my people to the destination.
Can you imagine that?
You're in an environment where you don't know what's going on, and you have the audacity to put millions of our people in your vehicle to drive them to where? Saint Obi. Ha! More is coming. We told you guys that you follow these people, just get ready to meet our ancestors. And Hajo Koboko, they're waiting for you guys, especially you men that are watching this mayhem going on, and none of you is waking up to stand for the right things to be done. You refuse. It's not comfortable for you. It's not convenient for you. But you went into your bedroom and you gave birth to children. You're living this universe worse than you saw it. The saint himself doesn't know what it is. That is very concerning. Very, very concerning. And the champion of APC now doesn't know what is going on.
No, APC has left him.
Meeting for the yeah, because the person with the higher amount of money hijacked it. It's now his project, Mumu. Or you're here to cry so that you will get your Ghana must go. Which one? Your brand envelope.
That's it.
Okay, because the next time you see him now, he will become to sing like that, our brother now.
Yeah.
I mean,
all of them are all fear. All of them. They are fear.
And then when you get frustrated, you start picking up our young boys and be killing them recklessly, any kind of way.
Yes.
And I'm solving a security problem. Kill everybody. Yeah, anybody, even people that you're quarreling with, you can immediately mix them up and grind them in the.
Kill them. You won't try them all. You just execute them. Shoot at sight. It's not your fault now. Do you know what it means to be pregnant for 9 months? Do you know what it means to enter labor room? You have no clue. So you can spot on our children like you're spotting on animals and take them down, because that's what security means to you. Guess who armed the youths? You. So the fathers commit atrocity, kill the children for the atrocity they committed, and then the people are watching helplessly. And the church is clapping and waiting for Jesus to return. Look at them. We are brothers. We caused Nigeria's problem. In 2023, I sold, okay, let's start from the one of Amechi. In 2015, I sold Nigeria to Buhari. You heard him make that confession. In 2023, I sold Nigeria to Tinubu. for a pot of rice. It's no more a plate of porridge. These are the Esau's. Why? Because Nigeria feels that they are living in the land where there's crude oil. So in order to keep the people of that area quiet, they will pick their sons from time to time so that they will sell them. And we're saying that you are the one making this thing possible. Your ignorance is what is making this happen. In the days of ignorance, God overlooked. But today, God is calling all men, all women to wake up. Stop this betrayal, this legacy of betrayal. You're betraying yourself, betraying your children, betraying your ancestral homeland. You need to understand the role of the elders, so-called elders in South, Southwest, South, all of them. You need to understand their role. And so that we begin to take charge of the space. Self-determination. No, we can. I think we can. The time has passed. We can leave them. Wanted to talk about what the lawmakers are doing. Nigerian lawmakers, they propose 31 new states amid what is going on. They're going back. Because we told you that you cannot decide for the indigenous people. You can't impose anything. We told you that 2014 Confab report is dead on arrival. Of course, by the time Ninas attacked them, they said, you can't do that. Because what you're doing is balkanization. We told you that the problem of the land is the 1884-85 balkanization of Africa. And you people continued, or you want us to continue? I'm looking at time.
Yeah.
Next week. So the balkanization, and then you came into Nigeria and continue to balkanized into 36 states. We say we need to go back. No, you want to now balkanize further. Add extra 31 and add extra senators, add extra representatives, all for yourself, so that you share the cake. So that those that looked at themselves that, this governorship in Anambra State, I can't get it to like next 4-8 years. But if we create a new state called Ndoshi State, how can he become the first president of a first governor? What is that man in Delta that calls himself that is marrying all the women that he can find on the main road? What is that?
Yes.
Regina Daniel's husband. Very soon now he will marry another young girl, because Regina Daniel maybe Abadabago, so he will need an upgraded Uku again. So he's pushing for the state of Anyoma so that he cannot be governor of Delta State. So if they now have Anyoma State, instantly he become governor with all the 20 women he's marrying about. My people, Natoboro, receive sense. We are saying self-determination is your right. And you can embrace Nina's proposition. You're not doing it for anyone. You're not doing it for Ndi Ninas. There's nothing like Ndi Ninas. What's the meaning of Ninas? Indigenous nationalities. If you're Igbo, if you're Yoruba, Ijo, Efik, you have ancestral land. Your land was stolen more than 100 years ago and given to criminals. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. And we're saying you can take back your land, be in charge of your space, like America is doing. That's the whole thing about make America great again. That's what Trump is doing. Trump is taking back his country, their country. It's not only his country, because there are people working with him, but that's the ideology. It's the ideology of nationalism instead of globalization, where politicians will just keep going everywhere in name of colonialism, colonizing and grabbing people's land. So America is making a retreat, saying, okay, this is not working for us, where we go to China to build industries and then conquer every land. We are losing. We are going to lose this land because, when we are pointing one finger, 3 will be pointing at you. You are there going to steal other people's land. Those people you are displacing are coming into your own land. There's no vacuum anywhere in the world. You are going there to displace those people in their land and steal their properties. As you displace them, where are they going? Heaven? No. They are coming through Mediterranean Sea, the desert, everywhere, back to your land. You see, but if you can turn around, make your land great. I will make my own land great. Everybody will be responsible for their own space. Can't you see the world will be a better place? That's what we're preaching. That is what we're saying. And only truth. We don't need propaganda. People that went to embrace propaganda and lies. And the Kanu was telling them, oh, Tony Nadi is a man of map. He said, you cannot start freedom or self-determination without map. You have to determine the space, the territory you want to be liberated. And then you have to prove that that is actually your own. Thank you, Uche now, Keke. He said, Ned Nwoko. Yes, Ned Nwoko, the one that has a wife for Monday, wife for Tuesday, for Wednesday, he has another wife. And all the days of the week, there's a wife.
That's why they want the place to remain like that now, so they can marry all the women all by themselves. Our young boys, they will pick them up and kill them. They can't even get married. They can't even get a job. They can't even dream. Because the older men are busy picking up all the young girls and making them their wives and leaving our young boys destitute and desperate.
Yes.
Then when you see when they start doing things they shouldn't be doing, yes, you guys who the gun and the knife and everything, you go and collect them and just dispose of them like trash.
You see, truth will come out. All of you politicians that we met directly sat with you, say this is what we do to make our people have a sense of existence and live well. You ignored it, recruited our brothers and our youths, armed them so that there will be political talks. Then you use them to win election. And when you finish, you turn around and execute them at sight. God is watching all of you. You see this battle that you began. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready because heaven is watching. We are daughters of truth. We only speak the truth to you. That's all we do. Because truth will set us free. We are warning you people, church people, politicians, all of you, what you're doing to our youths, depriving them and killing them. There is God, though. That's what Patience said. Patience, good Lord, said, there is God. All this blood that you people are shedding. Keep your own children, Nenigwe, Nuko, in abroad. And then come and be wiping our own children instead of embracing Nina's proposition so that we fix the land and make it comfortable for our people. You don't want to do that. Abachi also, I go a mile. Don't worry. You keep continue. Continue. That's what Onyugu said. Continue. Our brother Sylvester Konkondewo, our father David Salami, thank you so much. Stay great to be watching. Great analysis. Thank you so much. We thank you for all you're doing. We are doing this together. My sister, I think we are wrapping up. So that time is gone.
Yes, brothers and sisters, it's a wrap. Continue to help us to share, get this information. I need to reach my Peter Bio, my Soludo, all these people that are holding our people down. When we want so much for our young boys, young girls, we are giving birth to children that we are not making plans for. You are keeping them as youth. That's why in Nigeria, a 60-year-old is still calling himself a youth because he's been dreaming since he's 18 and now he's 60. Nothing has changed. And we are not going anywhere until we restore our land. So for those of you that think that we are here, we are lamenting, we are strategic. We are making strategic moves. And heaven is with us. If you don't join, you will sink. You will sink. The God of our ancestors is moving. And he's coming for those. And he's coming for you. You heard it from Daughters of Truth. We must make that land comfortable for our children. Period. And nothing else will
suffer. Period.
Until next week, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, my brother, my beautiful sisters. You're doing well. Thank you so much. We do well because you're there supporting us. Our brother Sylvester Okonkwo, great work. Oh, yes, so we are together. We are working. Thank you. Keep the feedback coming. Keep it coming. We are moving. We are moving. We don't have choice. We are moving. Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week, brothers and sisters.
Bye.
Remain well. Bye-bye.